Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Be 101, the home of good value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investments in general. We can see yesterday I told you you do not need to buy, rather you take a shot because I saw a signal while I was recording the show, and I believe if you did that, you should be in profit because I told you the moment it break around 16,666 or 600 thereabout, you can take a shot and let's see how it goes. And it's been like that. And also, there's still something about CZ. I think the guy is confused. We're going to check it out and look at the chart as well and check what is happening regarding the economic calendar talking about today. My name is Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, and this is Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. And I mean, we don't gamble it. It's 100% correct. We do not gamble it. But first of all, let's check out what is trending right now. A tweet just came in 5 minutes ago, and Binance said yesterday, Binance allocated, CZ, Binance CEO, says yesterday they just allocated another 1 billion US dollar to the industry recover initiative, but all in BUSD. Take note. And you can see it say Binance Safu Insurance Fund 1 billion USD equivalent is roughly split between Bitcoin, BUSB, and BNB. Just that BNB, that is the Binance coin, that's their token, price rose faster than BTC since last rebalance. Yesterday, Binance allocated another 1 billion to the industry recover initiative, both public on the blockchain. It's just two things I want to say here, or three things, and we'll move on to today's business. What I'm seeing right here is, okay, before I analyze this tweet, let me show you another thing right here. Binance had 1 billion raising fund, recovery fund, and could buy FTX assets. So what I'm trying to say is, I think this guy is up to something. Is up to something. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not even using Binance to take my trades anymore. I've been using ByBit, and the link is down in the description. If you want to open a ByBit account, you can use my link, and you get 4,050 US dollars bonus, so you can start trading, but you need to have experience. And to do spot trading too, you can do with it, even P2P. But what I want to say about Binance, this is the same man that said he was not going to buy FTX because FTX damage is too much, blah, blah, blah. He couldn't rescue them, pull the whole fraud outside, and the whole market crash, FTX crash. Now he's been saying he's not raising money from the Middle East to get a recovery fund. This a day after or 2 days after now, he's telling us he's got 1 billion US dollars recovery fund, and everything is in BUSB. And I'm going to go to that back. And now he's now saying they can even or possibly buy FTX assets. So when you know you want to buy the asset, or you could do something like that, why don't you step in the game in the first place? You destroy the company, destroy. I'm not saying what FTX or Alameda Research or the old Sam Bankman Fried did was right, but I'm trying to say, when you know you want to save a project, or you want to save a company, or you want to save the space and become a hero, you do it wholeheartedly. You don't go the other way and now come around the other way. Now let them fall off. Now you want to pick the pieces and buy it for cheap. So I'm thinking this guy will need to be careful. And now another eyebrow I want to raise is, how come all the recovery fund is in BUSB? What if Binance token collapse? It's the same thing as Terra Luna, that they were doing algorithm stablecoin. Everything was in UST. It collapsed. It affected the whole game. What if BUSB collapse? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So your recovery fund is not in another asset where we can confirm or says it's a good or it's a tangible thing like gold or like other things. Even the first recovery coin now is saying it is in BTC, BUSB, and BNB. So definitely all the stuff is doing is still, or how am I going to put it? Or whatever is banking the recovery fund on, it's still the same thing what FTX did, banking it on their own token. It's the same thing it's doing. I think CZ is confused. And that's why we saw some days ago, he tweeted about Coinbase, talking about their holdings regarding the BTC and this great scale uh, uh, affiliation or, I don't know, holdings of BTC that belongs to Grayscale. And he later deleted it. It will delete it after some times. If you don't have factor, or don't just destroy the space because you just want to be the hero, or because you just want to everyone to see you like you. I don't see him as anything, bruh. He's running the same exchange other people are running, and the Merkle tree released all those assets to are still in tokens. What if the token go to zero? So I feel like they're just doing the same thing, but they are just better than each other, and they're taking more calculative or calculative risk more than each other. I think that's what I'm seeing in this thing. But my advice still remain the same. Move your money out of all the centralized exchange. Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is created for you to have your money to be able to send to another person and without no intermediary. So keeping your money with centralized exchanges is the same thing like keeping your money with banks. Even though and they are even worse because they're not regulated. And that's why a lot of them have been facing all these collapse. More than three or four, five company have collapsed this year because you trust them. So I would say you need to take the thing to the game to your hands and make sure the whole thing belongs to you, not to them. Because cryptocurrency is created to be a thing of I do what I want to do with it, you do whatever you want to do with it, not the other way around. Now thinking uh, we need to believe in another company to run the show or to run the game for us. And I'm not saying centralized exchange is not good, because if you want to have a leverage trader and all of that, but at the same time, put the money you can afford to lose to trade with them. Lock your remaining assets in your hard wallet. I keep saying this because I feel like Binance is doing too much, and whenever you see all these companies coming out doing too much, some month down the line, 3 weeks, 1 month, months down the line, you see them start having problem, because all the whatever he says he's having now is still is their own native token. So you need to be careful. So that's that on what I just want to share regarding the tweet and what I just came in. If you're new to the channel, this is where we give you value and good information. And I bet you do not just want to uh, next the video, because we're still going to analyze the chart, we're still going to talk about the market watch, we're still going to look at the fear and greed, we're still going to look at the economic calendar, and now reach a conclusion to tell you if you need to buy or you need to sell, and also if you need to stay out of the market. You get what I'm trying to say? So we need to understand all these things, and that's why if you've not subscribed to the channel, you might want to do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of what uh, has been happening on this platform for some time now. So right now, I haven't said that. Let's check out how the coin or the market is doing. We normally check the king out, which is BTC. BTC is trading at 16,400, and we can see it's been dropping since I showed you this signal yesterday. Now this is a short signal, and it's been selling down, and we're going to see if we're going to have to take profit or close the trade or wait, because we need to see if there will be a mitigation here, because you can see a mitigation here. There's possibility we mitigate and the market goes up to test this zone, then come back, but we're going to analyze that shortly. So before we do that, let's check out the economic calendar first and see what news and other things might affect the market movement today in the market. And we can see there's nothing important talking about today. Nothing important right here. You can just see we're expecting some data that are not that important. That's why you can see it in yellow. So I think the economic calendar issue will have to be from Tuesday. We're going to see important things Wednesday next week, Thursday, Friday, and you do not want to miss the show because we have a lot to show you. So let's check out the market watch quickly and see what the market cap is still sitting on. And we can see the market cap is still sitting on 860 billion, roughly 860 billion US dollars, and 46 billion traded in the last 24 hours. And dominance has still be BTC ahead with 36.7% and ETH at 16.5%. On the sister side, we can see we are still above 800 billion US dollars, talking about the market cap, and you can see it's still about within the same thing, about 47 billion traded in the last 24 hours, and 38.2% dominance of we are talking about BTC, and 17.5 talking about ETH dominance in the market. And we can see FTT token is trending because it's been appreciated for the last 24 hours. Solana is trending, Ethereum is trending, but we'll come back to check the market watch. Let's just go back to the chart now and see what we need to do right away. What are we waiting for? Let's go to daily time frame first to get to see if we need to be careful, because we saw the move right here, but it didn't break the structure because it depends on the time frame you're using. That's how you need to take a look at the structure. The structure still remains, where can we call the structure right here? We can say the structure still remains 17,100. The other block remains 16,900, so they're the same zone and will fail to break it. So now what are we expecting? We need to go to lower time frame. So let's check our 4-hour out first and see what we'll be expecting. And what am I expecting here? We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we saw the liquidity grab. Is this now going to be our potential first yellow? I need to change this to yellow. Or is going to be continuation of this? Excuse me, let me delete this. Or it's going to be continuation of this, because if you notice, since weeks now, we've not been able to break the structure on the higher time frame. We've been breaking structure on the lower time frame, but we later come back and continue the trend. And you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another, and we have another, and now we have this potential right here. If we can come down, excuse me, and mitigate 15,600, 15,700 zone, and we fail to break it, and the market does something like this. Let me show you. And if we come down like this, this is another block, but it's not strong enough. We might break it down, come to test this nice other block here. If we fail to break it and we see something like this, we need to know we're now having a bullish trend in a lower time frame, or in a small movement, maybe about 4,000 to 5,000 points, which is something, if you agree with me, because as a trader, you need to maximize any opportunity you see in the market, so you make the best out of it. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, now let's check what we'll be expecting, because if I even use Fibonacci right here, let's say I use Fibonacci right here to say from the onset of this movement to this point, let's say where we need to get into the market should be around, let's say it's going to break 50%. We have another block there, but I believe we might break 50%. And if we don't break it, we might see the market, the market will come here, test this point, double top, come and test this point, then break out. We can see something like that. But you know, this show is all about giving you the best out of the chart analysis and the market. So we'll always come to tell you what you need to do and what not you do not need to do. So right now, let's now check what you need to do regarding getting into the market. So let's go to lower time frame, where we normally look for our entry. And right now, what am I looking for right here? What I'm looking for is, we've seen the trend, and we're thinking, or we're hoping this is going to be a potential yellow, because if it's going to be a potential yellow, we need the market to come and break one of these, or retest one of these other blocks, then break above. Then we're going to have our first yellow, second yellow, then the cycle goes on like that. But excuse me, what do you need to do now? It's simple. What you need to do is this. We've seen the movement completed around this zone, and now normally we've seen the structure broke out of here. If you didn't take the trade, maybe you didn't watch the show yesterday, you must have missed out on the signal. But it's still not bad because we can see now we're now having, this is a structure in a lower time frame, don't get me wrong. 1 2 3 4 5, you see, then we broke this up. That means we now have our 1 year, we have our 2 year, we have our 3 year. So I'm waiting for the market to probably push up to test this zone, you see, to test around 16,500, then continue to come down in a lower time frame. So maybe if you miss out and you still want to get into the short, or you think you want to take the trade, I would advise you just wait, because we have the market staying here, and before it could break it, we later break it around there. So you can get in between 16,500 and 16,600. You can take your short back around there. If you're an investor, just stay out of the market, let the market bottom out, and you're going to buy it when it gets to this point. So that's why I'm thinking you should take a short if you miss out. But if you follow the trade yesterday and you're in profit, you don't need to leave the market yet. Just leave it, let it flow, because when you look at when did we break this zone, you break this zone from this. So let's see if we're going to see the price break above 16,600. If it's going to break above 16,600, we can close our short. You understand? Or rather, we just leave it to see if it's going to break above this point, because this is where we have a clear breakout. Let me go to 2 hour quickly so I can see. Okay, yeah, in 2 hour I think we have a good one. So which is this one? You see, we have one, we have the other block before we break the two. So where do we need to get out of the market if you have our short now? I think the perfect place is this point between 16,600 and 16, excuse me, between 16,600 and 16,650. That's where you need to set your stop loss. The moment we break above that, now we now know probably the market might want to turn around and just come to mitigate this one, because you know we have a breakout here. You can see this is a breakout here, and the market has come to mitigate that zone. Sometimes you might just see the market push up from there, but you don't want to act until the market shows signal that it's turning around. So I would advise you just put your stop loss between 16,600 and 16,650. That's where you need to put your stop loss. But when you go to 4 hour, you can see that it's like we're still gonna have uh, this movement coming down more, because this is another order block created here, because you can see we've not broken any structure here. This move here didn't break any structure, but now we create this order block here, and now we broke this structure created itself, which is good. And now I'm waiting for us to break 16,300. The moment we break 16,300, I'm expecting the market to come down, and I'll be waiting to buy back around 16,700. 15,700, excuse me, between 15,700 and 15,600. That's 100 point. That's why I'll be looking to put in my buy. And if we now break all this zone and break below 15,400, then I know that the market will continue to dive down, and the structure is actually going to tell me as well if I need to get out of the market. So you don't want to miss the channel, and you might want to subscribe to the Telegram channel, the Discord channel. The links are down in the description, so you can get all these what I gotta call it, emergency alert, so you don't miss out, because sometime before you record the video, the market must have moved opposite direction or move past where you need to get in. So that's why it's very important. But now we're having our other block here, which I like it. So I'm hoping the market will continue falling down to come and mitigate the zone. Then probably we're going to see a buyback to break it. Then we're going to have that good structure in a higher time frame. So BTC right now is still looking good. Still a potential buy in a higher time frame, because we need to break this structure, which is 16,300, to have a confirmation that now we're having the market coming down to mitigate the other block. But at the same time, from a lower time frame, we've been breaking structures, and it's been looking like we're going to break the 16,300. So, and that's why if you have a sell or you short the market from yesterday that I gave the signal, I would advise you still need to stay in the market, because you can see structure has just been broken, because we have 1 here, we have 2 here, Even when you look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, this will just come up here to mitigate somewhere around there, around 16,500 thereabout, and now I'm expecting it to continue coming up. But the moment we bring 16,650, I'll know that probably the market is turning around, and I might want to get out of the market. So Bitcoin is still looking great as I predicted, but it's still a potential buy until we break 16,300 or 16,320 thereabout. We now know we have a confirmation, and this structure now will now be confirmed. But at least we have a good structure already, because we have 1, 2, 3. I'm expecting 4, then the 5 to come down. So I will advise you, don't buy yet. Let's say a structure been broken out, then you can buy. But if you have a sell, keep to it. The structure is still coming down. And if you don't have a short here, wait, let it retrace back to 16,500 or 6,600, and then you can take a shot there, or you wait for it to break 16,300 and take your shot right there. So that's that on BTC analysis today. And don't get me wrong, anything can happen in the market. In case we fail to break the 16,300 and we see a structure breaking this 16,600 and come back to retest the 16,400 and now break 16,777, we need to buy this. So where is your buy stop today? I will say your buy stop should be above uh, 16,770. You can put it above 16,650, but now whenever we break a structure, we need it to come and retest first before you can go in. So, and by the time to happen like that, I might not be on recording this show and you wouldn't know how to do it. But the one that I know it's certain is if it breaks above 16,780, definitely the market might continue pushing higher, and that's why we're going to have the continuation of the structure if we fail to break 16,300, because if we don't break 16,300, we'll still have a buy structure which is still higher, higher, low, higher, low. And if we're going to break, it's going to be a long one. Ask me why and how, because whenever we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, normally the 7 is supposed to be a long one. Now, since we don't have the long one, I'm expecting the market to fall. But if you fail to break this zone, let me put it there so you can understand what I'm saying. If you fail to break this zone, let me put it as white. You see, if you fail to break this zone, which is 16,300, then about 16,330, and the market shoot up to break this 16,780, it's a buy for me, because that means the structure continues. It's just that in a lower time frame we have the structure broken, but in a higher time frame nothing has happened, and we need to destroy the higher time frame structure before we have a confirmation that either the market is falling off or the market is turning around. So that's that on the BTC analysis today. Where do you need to get in? You need to get in above 16,780 thereabout. And if you want to short, wait, let it go back to 16,600 thereabout. You can take a shot there, or you let it break 16,300. Once we have those ones, that's where you need to get into the market today. And make sure you use your risk reward trade with the amount you can afford to lose, and do not over leverage. Nothing on this show is financial advice. It's just for educational purpose, but we've been right 99%, if not 100%. You can go and verify. And on that note, if you've not subscribed, you might want to hit the subscribe button right now, like and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of this greatness, of about this greatness, or whatever that has been happening on this great platform. So let's check out ETH out. ETH before we run through the market watch again. ETH is the same pattern with BTC. They've been of the same movement, talking about correlation, and we've been seeing structure has been broken. We saw this, you see, yesterday I told you ETH was not a sell yet. Why? Because it didn't show me the signal, but now we now add the signal around 1,900, and you can see the moment we create the signal, we went up, we broke it, and now it's been coming down from there. So ETH has been a sell to, talking about the signal. Where do you need to get out of ETH? We can see this is the buy, so you need to get out of ETH if you have a short now, if you break above 1,207, or you just need to wait. Let's see if we're going to break 1,215. Buy at, put your buy stop at 1,215. Then if you want to short, maybe to retrace back to test this zone, because this is where we have the small order block in a lower time frame before breaking. So you can get into the market back at around 1,194 to shut the market down, or you wait, let the market pull up a bit. The moment it's coming down to break 1,170, you can put your sell stop. So those are the entries for Ethereum today, and I bet you if you follow all my instructions and all my analysis and signals, you will never regret it. Not financial advice by any way. Use your own discretion, use your stop loss, use your risk reward, trade with the money you can afford to lose. Do not over leverage, but I can categorically tell you that I've been right more than 99%, if I don't want to say 100%. And you can go and watch other episodes to confirm the chart analysis. You know that this is the only channel where we give you the top-notch chart analysis, and we can tell you buy and tell you sell, and it's the same thing that will say that has been happening in the market. It's not magic, it's just that we've been in the game for some times, and we're using our experiences, we're using our chart analysis coupled with our economic calendar, fundamental news data that's been coming out, and I analyze the market and give you guys the hint or a signal of what we believe that will happen in the market, and it's been happening for the past month or since we've started the show. And I've told you, I've been saying it countless times, this is the biggest show talking about uh, the Bitcoin and Breakfast show, because is where you get good value, get everything you need to know about cryptocurrency, and I bet you will not regret that. So that's that on ETH. Back to the show. Let's check out Dogecoin as well. Let me recap it. Put your buy stop above 1,215 and put your sell stop below 1,170, or let it come back to mitigate 1,195. That's where you need to take a shot regarding ETH. So that's that on ETH. Let's dive into Dogecoin quickly. For the love of Doge and for the love of Twitter, people that are talking about Twitter, we can even see Elon Musk come and deny report that SBF invested 100 million US dollars in Twitter was false, that he did not put a dime into the contract, that he even knew he's not having up to that amount, that he called I don't know, maybe his account manager and confirmed that, are you sure this SBF guy has this amount of money he claimed is having, or something like that. And you can see Elon Musk come out to say nothing like that happened. No 100 million was invested in the stake of acquiring Twitter. So all right, back to the Dogecoin. Dogecoin is still the same, but I told you Dogecoin, I'm expecting Dogecoin to come down to 0.05. We've hit the first target with 0.07. Now we have a retracement, and you can see we have the short been happening. We have this then break here. Now we have 1, 2. So I think you can just short Bitcoin, or excuse me, yes, Bitcoin has been a short, but I'm talking about Dogecoin right now. You can short Dogecoin the moment it breaks below 0.08, or you can wait. No, I think that's just the right way, because the structure is still showing there. Short Dogecoin 0.08, buy it back if it breaks 0.084. So that's the signal for Dogecoin. No financial advice, just for educational purpose. Do your own research. Make sure you use good leverage, don't overtrade, and do not excuse me, do not trade without a stop loss. Make sure you use your risk reward, and all of that are going to help you when you're taking a trade regarding any assets in the cryptocurrency space. So that's that on chart analysis for today. You can share down in the comment section what chart analysis you want me to look into for you, what project you want me to look into for you, so we can look at it and come here, analyze it together, or even have a discussion about the show, what you want us to add to the show, what you want us to remove from the show, so we can put that into play, because the show is all about helping you guys to be financially free, become crypto millionaire, if not crypto billionaire in the nearest future. So that's that on chart analysis. Let's check out the market. Excuse me. Let's check out the market watch, and we can see Bitcoin is trading at 16,419 right now as I'm talking to you, and it's been down for 2.16% in the last 7 days, 1.64% in the last 24 hours. And ETH, Ethereum, It's trading at 1,180 right now, and it's been down about 2.97, close to 3% in the last 7 days, and close to 2%, which is 1.88% in the last 24 hours. And Dogecoin has been down 4% or more than 4% in the last 7 days, and more than 1% in the last 24 hours. So let's take a look at the coins on the top 100. We can see BAL is at 101, appreciated for some percentage in the last 7 days. Compound at 102. We can see it's been down 6% in the last 7 days. Bitcoin Gold at 106. We can see stepping at 112. We can see Terra Luna 122, Cardano 126, and the list goes on. And you can see most of all these coins are beginning to turn red, and that's why I'm saying we might see the market come back to Terra 15,600 zone, 17 zone. And if we fail to break it, we're not going to see the market appreciate. But the moment we break it, we know the short is going to take us to around 14K, 12K, or 10K, where everyone has been waiting for talking about the sentiment. And speaking of sentiment, we're going to take a look at the sentiment as well to know what the sentiment looks like, talking about the fear and greed index in the cryptocurrency market. Now, let's take a look at the top NFT collections, and we can see it's still the same people that are rotating the numbers within themselves. But API was at number 2 and number 3 some days ago. Now back at number 1. CryptoPunk that was number 1 is now at number 3. Mutant Ape is at number 4. And we can see Azuki still maintaining top 10, sitting at number 8. Pudgy Penguin at number 10. And you can see these are top 10 NFT collections. NFT projects are highly risked, and you need to do your research. Make sure you trade or you buy with the money you can afford to lose. And speaking of that, we know C. Ronaldo launched his own, and I think Lionel Messi is about to launch his own too. For the lover of soccer, if you like, you might want to do the research and check those projects out. Not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research. So that's that on the market watch. Let's now check out the fear and greed. The fear and greed index is sitting at 20 today, talking about extreme fear. And I told you, or I've always been telling you on this show, whenever it's extreme fear, that's when you need to be DCA in, that is dollar cost averaging, or following our analysis and be acquiring some asset when it's low and sell when it's high, buy when it's low. And by the time we have the bull run, you'll be among the people that will first be making profit as the market starts shooting up. So you need to stick to the channel. If you've not subscribed, you need to do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of the greatness that has been happening on this platform. So that's all I have for you on today's show. Bitcoin is still trading below 17K, as we all see, and we've seen the signal that shows probably we might have the markets coming down. I said it yesterday on the show. So if you take the short, you should be in profit now, and I'm gonna update you when you need to close it, or join the Discord and the trading the Telegram, excuse me. The links are down in the description, because when I see something, I can quickly drop the signal there, and you guys can know what to do immediately. All right, thanks for hanging out with me on today's show. I still remain myself. I made a large Magic Kazim, and shout out to our sponsor, Instacash FX, for being our backbone since we started the show. And now, if you want to sell, you want to buy cryptocurrency, you can go there. They're fast, reliable, and efficient. And also, if you want to learn how to trade or know all these things I'm talking about, you might want to rush down there and apply for free training. You can see right here, apply for free training, and you'll be calling batches where you'll be trained according to what you're interested in. Maybe it's trading, investing, or you want to know more about cryptocurrency, all free of charge. All right, that's that on today's show. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you might want to do that right now. You can see we've got so much video for you. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can enjoy all the content as we jump in to your view immediately. I still remain myself, Ahmed Olad Magic Kazim, until I catch you on another wonderful episode of this, the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we do not gamble it. It's peace out and have a good Friday.